You're watching Goeiemôre, good morning. We all have that list of things that we want to do one day. But why do we put these things off, especially the things that are important to us? The writer, life coach, and motivational speaker Michelle Israel has answered just this question in her brand new book, Unfinished, where she shows us that procrastination sometimes is a lot more than just being laziness. And she looks at this in the book itself. Michelle, welcome again to Goeiemôre, good morning. It's always so lovely to have you.
Thank you for having me.
What made you want to tackle the subject matter of procrastination?
Well, I am a professional coach and I suffered with serial procrastination for many, many years. And it was time for me to finish what I started in life. And that's how I started writing the book.
A lot of the book tackles the subject around procrastination is not necessarily laziness or an unwillingness to do something. What are some of the biggest reasons that people do procrastinate?
I think as we get older, it becomes a skill set. If we're younger, we don't really learn the skill. But as you become older, procrastination becomes a skill set, but mostly an emotional problem, a deep emotional problem.
It's almost like a coping mechanism to go, you know what, I can't do this right now, so I'm just going to put it off, and I'm just going to put it off and keep putting it off.
100%. And I think it's something that comes with you for a very long time. Somewhere, something, someone said something, and you believed it, and you took it with you as you grew older, and that also becomes part of procrastination. So it's very deep layered, instilled in us.
So how do you actually then get to a point where you don't feel like you need to procrastinate anymore? Like you can actually attack the things that are challenging when it's time to do it instead of putting it off all the time.
Look, I always say to people, procrastination is part of life. It's never going to go away. It will never go away. But in my book, I've listed 6 different patterns. And it's important for my reader to understand her pattern. And once you understand the pattern, the minute procrastination comes up, you will remind yourself, that is my pattern, that is my procrastination pattern, and you'll be able to work through the procrastination instead of just leaving it and saying, I'll do it tomorrow. You'll know when you say, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll start on Monday. What's all the excuses that we use? I'll start my eating program on Monday, and then you do it for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks is over, and then you stop. So basically, it helps you to work through the cycles of procrastination. It helps you to understand it. And the minute it comes up to the surface, it helps you to allow that feeling to understand, what am I feeling now? Why am I procrastinating?
You talk about the 6 different chapters or the 6 different behaviors that you look at. Can you highlight 1 or 2 of those for us?
Well, basically, the first one is the perfectionist, which I stand out widely. I used to battle a lot with it. The next one is the overthinker. The next one is the rebel. And then there's 3 more, but I would like the readers to read it in the book.
You actually speak a lot about your own experience with procrastination. Was it difficult for you to be that honest in a book? Because now it's on paper. Now it's there for everyone to see. But actually you're speaking about your own experience so that the reader, I would say it's more relatable because you've been there.
Yeah. I think for a very long time, I've been in a very dark place in my life. And I didn't know what it was, if it was procrastination, but I would start amazing things in my life and I would not finish it. And I would be so excited because I'm starting something new. And when it's time to launch or when it's time to take the action, it didn't happen. And it's a very lonely and dark place to live in. And many women don't speak about it. I was ashamed because I'm a coach. I help people for a living. Like, how can you procrastinate? You're supposed to know what to do. So for a very long time, I was in a very dark place. And I feel like a lot of women don't talk about this because they feel ashamed. They feel like they're in the shame loop. What are people going to say if I don't do the things I said I was going to
Yeah.
do for myself. And mainly it's not doing stuff you don't procrastinate when you do stuff for other people.
Yeah.
You procrastinate when you don't do things for yourself. When
Yeah.
you make promises to yourself, that's when the procrastination hits hard.
So what the book actually is, and I love it, I think this cover is so beautiful, and it goes directly on the cover. You can see finally finished what you started. But it's not just a reading book. It's actually almost like a practical guide to help you get better. Because a lot of people are like, oh, self-help books, like I'm just going to read a couple of words and those words are not necessarily going to make me feel better about the situation I'm in. But here I can work through the stuff that's got me into the situation that I'm in.
Yeah, so the book is written very raw. Like there's real stories about me in there, how I procrastinate. It's quite funny how I procrastinate, because sometimes I write how I drive to Woolies to go get a packet of chocolates. I'll eat a packet of chocolates instead of doing the thing that I was supposed to do. And I wrote my stories, and then I want the reader to get honest with herself, because it doesn't help me to write about my procrastination. The reader still needs to find her space where she procrastinates, how she procrastinates, what comes up for her. So it's a whole journey that the reader would go through with me in the 10 chapters to discover her patterns, and to know that when this pattern comes up, when you want to take photos and your husband's taken the shot for the 20th time already, and you're still looking at your phone and saying, oh, look at my double chin, it's procrastination. There's something there that makes us feel the way we do.
Yeah. Let's talk about the cover. It's beautiful. What made you want to use this kind of clay artwork? I mean, I get it, but what made you want to go this direction for the cover?
So when I first released my cover, people asked me if I was okay. So I'm like, I'm okay. Are you okay? But I wanted people to see, because people always see me as this positive, vibrant coach. And this time I wanted people to see me that parts of me are unfinished and parts of me are finished, but there's still flaws in that finished parts. So I want to be very raw and real with this book, saying, here I am. You can't see my inside, but this is what my inside looks like. One side is unfinished, the other part finished, but there's still flaws there.
Yeah, a work in progress.
Yes.
So the book is launching on the first day of Women's Month. And through the interview, you've spoken about your reader is a woman. Why was it so important for you to, first of all, get it done in time for a release on the 1st of August and to do it in Women's Month?
I battled myself a lot with procrastination, and I still do. But this book has changed my life. It's helped me a lot. And it's helped with coaching other women as well. And I just want to remind women in Women's Month that you matter. The stuff that you want to take on in life, that matters. And maybe it's time to start doing something for yourself. Keep to your promises that you make to yourself, and get to the bottom of it. I look at myself, we're not getting any younger, and it's not nice to feel that way. It's not nice to sit in silence and suffer. And I've given my details in the book. I really want women to come out and speak to me about their procrastination and how it's going to change for them. I've got a big passion for women. I'm very much, with women all the way, and I wanted to give this to them this month, especially for Women's Month, as a gift to tell them not to give up. Don't give up, and start keeping the promises that you make to yourself.
Michelle, we've got about 30 seconds left. Where can our viewers get in touch with you, and where can they get a copy of Unfinished?
So they can visit my website on www.michelleisrael.co.za. They can visit me on Instagram at Michelle_Israel_. Listen, I'm everywhere. You just put in Michelle Israel, you'll find me, but I'm just not on the dating websites.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Bly ingeskakel, ons gesels het net hierna met Wesley van Rugby Kans.